Now that we've created a quote, I'm going to show you how to create an invoice. So we go to customer quotes, and it's under customers, transactions, customer quotes, and it will bring you to this screen. Here is the quote that we've created, and I've changed by using the actions, I've used update status to change the status to accepted. You will see that on all the screens on Sage Accounting, there's always like an action button here on the right hand side, which is very, very useful. Most of the actions that you want to perform, you can do very quickly there. You can also do a sort on any one of the titles at the top. You can export it to CSV, you can change the settings, or you can sort with that function. You can add attachments if you want to, or you can create notes. Some of the actions: preview, print, email, edit, delete, update the status, create an invoice. So we're going to do the create an invoice at this stage. So you're creating a tax invoice from the quote status will be changed to invoice, which is helpful. That happens automatically. Right. So it's basically taken the whole quote and it's imported it as exactly at the way we did the quote. Customer is correct. It will automatically create the document number. I'm going to leave the customer reference as it was, but you can change that if it's applicable in your case. The quote will be the one that we've created the quote from. If there's not a quote, if you didn't create the invoice from the quote, you can basically click on the drop down and then click on the quote that you want to choose. You can change the layout if you want to. If you want to enter a sales rep at this stage, you can. You can override the VAT reference if you need to. Date, just check that the date is correct and that's the date that you want to default on. The due date will default from the customer account setup, but you can override it. So you can make it shorter, you can make it longer. Now, after I've issued the quote, myself and Goofy had a long discussion, and after this discussion, I decided I will give him 5% discount on this order. But I had a condition for that, and that is that we have to change the amount of food to 20 instead of 10, and then I'm going to give him the 5% discount. So you can change the quantities, you can change the items, you can delete, you can add, you can change the quote basically as you need to. And let's say the first line item we want to change to 20 because that was the condition for the 5%. And then the first one that I had here at the top was the item bundle combo. That was the standard combo. But he said he didn't want the standard combo. He wanted the special combo, which was the second one that I gave him some discount on, the 20% discount. So I'm going to delete these two items. And the utensils is now a little bit less than it would have been. So let's say it's now 60 rands worth of utensils. So you can see, you can then if you decide, okay, I still need to add another line, and he wants to buy some veggies added to the quote that I've given him. So I'm going to say, and let's say that is 8. And there you also said that, yeah, but on top of the 5%, he wants another 2.5% discount on that. So I've given him that discount. I can change the message if I want to, just as we did with the quote. And you also have the same options: save and new, print preview, email, print the delivery note. If you're actually going to deliver the stuff, this is a very useful option. Print the invoice and the delivery note, or email the invoice and the delivery note. You've got your different options there. Okay, here at the top again, you've got email, print preview, print an email, print delivery note. And again, very much the same options that you had with the quote, but there's a very useful function here: anticipated payments. You need to save this document before you can add and anticipate anticipated payment date. Would you like to save the document now? Yes, I would like to do that. Let's just give it a moment. Okay. So now let's say they said, okay, they're going to give me 50% at a certain date and then 50% at a different date. So it's now the 17th. Let's say in 10 days' time, on the 27th of June, they are going to give me 50% of the outstanding of the invoice total. Save that. And then they said on the 1st of July, they are going to give me reminder to be paid. So now I've got my anticipated payments, and then you can close it. It will actually show you that I'm going to show you now whether it's going to show you the anticipated payments. You can create a recurring invoice from this. I'm going to show you just now how to do that. You can create a credit note and re-invoice, create receipt, copy an invoice. I'm going to show you those functions in a separate little video clip. If I'm happy with this, I'm going to say it is not printed and it's not paid. I'm going to say I want to email this. And I'm happy with all of this, and I'm going to say please email this report. And that's how you create an invoice from a quote.